Sorry for the sun. The sun can't help itself. Okay, it's summer. Okay, the sun cannot help itself. Sorry for that. Hey guys, I'm Darren Henderson. This is my YouTube channel. Today's video is called "Being a Man of Your Word." I think we'll find out when I upload it. But no, first of all, before I even get to today's video, I'm gonna link to my social media down below. You guys are welcome to come follow me. Today's not really much of a story lesson. I might go a little bit in depth into a story lesson, but this is really kind of a lesson for people. I'm young. I'm 20. I mean, I'm not a little kid, but I'm not a grown-ass adult, if that makes any sense. You know, I'm on the precipice of, I guess, an adult. I mean, I'm a legal adult. Nah, fuck it. Okay, I'm 20. Okay, I'm young. But, you know, I'm young, but I'm also old enough, and I'm also mature enough to know that, like, if you're going to do something, at least be a man or be a woman of your word. And that's really what today's video is about. I kind of want to go into that. I kind of want to go into, like, a story time to kind of get you where I'm going. This video might be a little bit, you know, this video might be kind of all over the place, and I hope it's not. But, you know, guys, I'm very new to doing these story times, and so I might a lot, or I might lose my train of thought, or I might get off topic, but work with me here. I'm going to try to keep this short, sweet as possible for you guys, you know, for your entertainment, and so you guys can possibly learn something from this video, which I hope you do. Long story short, last year I really wanted to form this band, kind of this R&B band, and there's a group on Facebook. I won't name the name of the group, but there's this group on Facebook, and I'm always seeing the same exact musicians either asking to play, you know, and here where I live in Atlanta is a really big, like, gospel music church industry. I don't even know what to say. Gospel music is really big here, and I mean, especially the music industry, and gospel music is huge. And a lot of them are always like, I notice on Facebook in this group, they're always asking to play for at people's churches, or they're always asking to play for gigs. But these people are people that I know that you just cannot trust based off experiences of working with them. And one of these days, I'm actually going to do a story. I really want to do a story time about this one incident, or this one. I really have to, I'm going to do that one of these days. I think that's a video, that's probably a video I really want to talk about. Maybe so you guys can get context on what I'm talking about here. A lot of these people that, I was saying, a lot of these people in this group don't really, I mean, not everyone, but the people that I know, that I've seen, are not people that are trustworthy, and they're not reliable. These are people who I've set appointments with and deadlines with to meet up at a certain function, or to, you know, rehearse, or maybe just to jam to see where we're at as musicians. And these are people that are like, they didn't either take it seriously, which we're going to talk about as well. So they didn't have priority. They were not reliable, and they were just late. Well, actually not late, because none of them fucking showed up. But I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. That's really what today's video is about. It's not really about musicians. It's really about being on time for something and being a man of your word. Okay, being responsible. If you say that you are going to do something, this is a character flaw I have. I take people at face value. If you say you're gonna do something, one thing about me is I'm a people pleaser. That's something I'm really trying to work on. Okay, being a people pleaser. I'm very, I guess, gullible. I don't want to say I'm gullible, but I take people at face value. So I guess you would say gullible. And 3, I depend on people too much when they really kind of don't really fucking care about me. That kind of goes back to being a people pleaser. What I really want to talk about today is about being a man or being a woman of your word. If you really want to make out here in the real world, if you really want to make out here in any form or function that you want to have a professional career in, you're going to have to be on time. You're going to have to be serious about what you do. Another thing is you can't make excuses. And once again, like I said, guys, I'm young. I'm 20. I might not be, you know, I might not have a foot. I really want to be in the music industry, but I might not have a foot in it yet. But you know what? At least I have a good idea of what it's like. And any industry you go into is a cutthroat, and you really have to learn how to climb the ropes, that type of shit. And you can't. People are going to rely on you, and they're going to take you at face value, and they're going to. If you're really all that in a bag of chips, you're going to have to show whoever you're trying to impress that, or whoever you're going to work with. You're going to have to show them that, hey, I'm the type of person that you can A, trust, B, I'm reliable, and B, like, you know, I actually will do what I'm going to say I'm going to do. Well, I have had bad experience with that in the past. I've not found anyone that, there are people that I want to work with, I've not really, and I've had some pretty good experiences. But for example, I currently run a Facebook group with a bunch of other police fans, but even with that, like, I know me and Jonathan, my friend Jonathan Bradford, you know, we have a problem with a fan club we're trying to get off the ground called Sting in the Machine, and the people in that fan club that want to be a part of it, really, I'm not trying to badmouth you guys, but I just feel like no one's participating. And that kind of gets me to where I'm going to first, making excuses. Now, it's okay if you really can't do, if you set an appointment with someone, or someone sets up an appointment with you, and you really can't make it to that because something's happened or something's come up, or that's okay. But after a while, the shit gets old, and the same person is not going to just keep listening to the same bullshit excuse time after time after time. So really, you have to get your priorities straight, which we're going to get to next. The next thing is prioritizing, being on time, being organized, but really about priorities. And this is not really, I'm not really saying this to people that I guess are not responsible. I'm saying this to people that are responsible, but they always find themselves, like me, working in situations with people who are not responsible. Like I was saying about the whole musician, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Me working with other musicians that are really. Just be careful who you work with. Make sure you work with someone that is not going to bullshit you, and they're actually going to do what they say. I used to be in a lot of bands in high school. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm this professional. I'm not trying to say I'm this, this superstar musician. But when I was in high school, I used to be in like a lot of bands, these garage bands. And the reason why they stayed garage bands and we didn't become anything special is because the people I played with, and once again, I'm not just saying I'm just so important here, but once again, everyone else in the band they didn't take that shit seriously, and they didn't have the same goals that I have. I want to be a professional magician. They don't have the same goals as I do, and that's why we're not a band. That's why we don't talk to them nowadays, because we kind of after high school we kind of went in two different areas, which is gonna happen. But I'm just saying, like, people out there that want to become anything in the professional world, find people or link up with people that have the same ambitions as you. Do not let someone, and you really can't force someone to do something or think a certain way, or you can't force anyone to do anything. But I'm just saying, like, don't fall into the mistake of working with people that aren't taking shit seriously. Because if they're not taking it seriously, you either need to do one of two things. One, stop working with that person and find someone else, or go it alone. Or three, think about what you're doing. Is it really worth it? I mean, I'm wasting my time, and that's really what you're doing. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with someone who A, keeps making excuses, and B, they're not taking shit seriously. And that gives me to my third point, being late. No one likes anyone who's late. If you show up to your job late every day, after a while, your boss is going to fire your ass. Okay, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble, and eventually you're probably going to get fired. That goes to my thing about being late. Do not, going back to point one. Now you can make an excuse, but then excuses will only get you so far in this world. Time after time after time, being late proves that you're not responsible. Prioritize, guys. Organize your time. Manage your time. Don't be late to stuff. I know this video is kind of all over the place. This video is about being a man, a woman of your word, constantly, time and time again. I mean, I've had to deal with people that are not a man of their word, or not a woman of their word, or they don't take shit seriously, or they're just a shit show. And I hate seeing people fall in the same traps that I do. And I just made this video to kind of tell people that you shouldn't work with people, or you should really reevaluate what you're doing if you're going to, end up working with people like this. And Jonathan, if you're watching this video, you have really been a mentor to me. I know we don't really get along on like a lot of stuff, but that's kind of irrelevant. But you have really been a mentor to me, and I've learned a lot from you. And you're just a really great friend, and I really hope to work with you one of these days. I know that's kind of today's video, you guys. I mean, tell me what you think down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until the next one, later.